So, Ghostwire Tokyo is coming. Pokémon Arceus leaks like an absolute sieve, and the PlayStation takes a $20 billion with a B dollar hit. I'm AJ, this is 128KB, and welcome to this week's Quick Bit, where we share with you the latest gaming news in a quick weekly kind of short video fashion. If you're new here, please do subscribe to the channel because that makes me feel warm inside. And let's just jump straight into the first story of the week, and that is Ghostwire Tokyo getting a confirmed release date. Yes, the game that we're all quite excited about for the PlayStation at least has been delayed since the end of last year, and we were starting to worry about were we even going to see this game in the kind of spring that it was initially announced as. But now we are seeing the leaked release date. The official PlayStation Store page for Ghostwire Tokyo temporarily placed a release date of March the 24th for this game, and the internet did what it does best and made sure it screenshot the hell out of that, so everyone knows that that is the confirmed date. PlayStation were very quick to take that down because obviously it's not been announced yet, but the internet's done its job, and we now know that it's likely to come at the end of March. So we are seeing a spring release for this really exciting game. So be prepared for an announcement, an official one, in the next couple of weeks for Ghostwire. And I'm sure you're like me, I can't wait to get hands on with this game because it does look really, really cool. Okay, Pokemon Legends Arceus, a game that I know Andy is really excited about playing and hopefully we'll get hands on with really soon. But that is leaking like an absolute sieve. And that is despite Nintendo's best attempts to plug those leaks like a sinking ship. They are issuing copyright strikes left, right and centre. We're seeing Twitter pages being taken down. I'm going to be really careful not to share anything that was actually leaked because, you know, I value our place on the internet. But yeah, Nintendo are doing their best to stop this. We have seen leaks of gameplay footage. We've seen obviously leaks from inside the cover. People have got the game, and biggest one yesterday was the entire Pokedex was leaked out and then released on the internet. So we know exactly what Pokemon are going to be in this game, and that is obviously a huge deal. Some of the announcements inside that raised a few eyebrows, but it's confirmed. We know what's in there. I'm not going to tell you what's there because Nintendo... So Nintendo are hard on this, which would add credence to the fact that those leaks were in fact real, because why would they bother striking things that aren't real? Unless they're trying to throw us off. If you've got an ounce of interest, just open a new tab, pause the video, go and have a look on Twitter, you'll see stuff. But yeah, we've seen a lot of inside the game, and the biggest of all is the entire Pokedex released, so we now know exactly what Pokemon are going to be in this game. And if Lego Star Wars is your thing, which, let's face it, is a very popular thing, so it might well be if you're watching this, we now have a release date for the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Say that with a mouthful. Boom! It took me about 5 takes. I'm going to be honest, it took me about 5 times to get that right. This absolutely mammoth game is jam-packed full of content that's going to, well, really please any Star Wars fans, but mainly any Lego Star Wars fans. It was first announced about 2 years ago now, and has been plagued with delays as they're trying to cram in as much as possible. But we have finally seen it. The confirmed release date and a new trailer for this game, which I'm going to adorn over my face because, let's face it, you're not here to see this, you're here to see that. Yes, so we now have a confirmed release date of the 5th of April. That's really, really soon. One for you Lego Star Wars fans to get all warm and frothy about, because let's face it, this is going to be a good one. Okay, so from one fantasy to another, and that's not my personal fantasies because they are strange. We are talking about the Hogwarts Legacy game. Yes, this game, again, has been one, a bit like Ghostwire Tokyo, that has been delayed and delayed and delayed, is now set, almost confirmed for a 2022 release. We've seen enough information come out from the studios themselves that will suggest that this game is coming, and is coming soon. This information has obviously come from various leaks and rumours, but the biggest one is the Warner Brothers Twitter page themselves releasing an image of the roster of games to come out in 2022, And inside of it was, of course, Hogwarts Legacy. So be prepared to hear about more from this game soon, more trailers, more gameplay footage, more announcements. The only thing we're hearing that may actually delay the release of this game is the amount of other big titles that will be released around the same time. So obviously they're looking for like a perfect window of opportunity to release a game into where there's no other hard hitters, which, let's face it, that's never. I can't recall a time where there hasn't been good games coming out. So stop delaying, just get on with it and get the game out. I want to see it. I want to see what Hogwarts Legacy is all about. Are you excited about this one? Well, let me know in the comments before we move on to the next and final story. And it's the big one. That is Sony taking a $20 billion hit. So Sony PlayStation, or the Sony brand as a whole, which obviously owns PlayStation, has taken a $20 billion hit to its market valuation after Microsoft announced their whopping acquisition of Blizzard Activision. This sent absolute shockwaves through the entire gaming industry, and I'm sure you've read a lot about this already, but we all know that it was a massive value acquisition that might well change the landscape of console gaming for a long time. The biggest part for me is not what's happened right now, is what it suggests for the future. And that's why PlayStation and Sony have taken such a hit on their valuation. One of the biggest console franchises is inside that roster from Blizzard Activision, and that is obviously Call of Duty. Now, it's very unlikely that this is going to affect the current generation of games because people have already paid to be part of the service. The servers are already active for PlayStation players. But what does it mean for the next generation of Call of Duty games? Will they be Microsoft exclusive? It seems almost inevitable that that's the case, because why else would they buy that publisher, Microsoft that is, if they didn't want to have the games exclusively for Xbox Game Pass players? That is huge. If PlayStation lose Call of Duty, does that mean that finally Xbox have stolen a march on them? And if you're a PlayStation player, what does that mean for you? Do you love Call of Duty? Will you jump ship over to Xbox or PC to play it? Let us know in the comments what you think. Does it affect how you're going to play games in the future? And if Call of Duty isn't available on the PlayStation, does that make you sad? For me, I couldn't care less, because I haven't played Call of Duty for about 10 years. Mainly because I'm rubbish. Anyway, that is this week's Quick Pick over and done with. I am AJ. This is 128KB. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and I will see you for more news next week.